Good afternoon and welcome to this week's episode of KCAT News. This week we sent Austin Funnelsdale out to the traveling pep assembly. KCAT reporter Brent Cole caught up with a few members of the cast and crew to check on their status. And Gabe's Game Recap takes a look at homecoming scores and dives into national news with the NFL National Anthem debate. Homecoming is one of the most exciting weeks of the year, and Austin was there for each stop of the traveling pep assembly.
On Friday, September 22nd, several Mulvane High School students went to the different Mulvane schools on the traveling pep assembly in order to hype up the younger students at the middle school, grade school, and primary school for the homecoming game later that night. The band and cheerleaders performed their usual routines, followed by the KCAT and then the color guard. Homecoming candidates were introduced along with all involved seniors. Many younger students exhibited their excitement during the pep assembly. What is your favorite part of the pep assembly today?
When they grabbed onto each other and they bounced around like that thing.
You mean during the drum line?
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. How hyped are you for the game this evening?
Pretty hyped. The cheerleaders.
What was your favorite part about the cheerleading?
The part where they threw them up.
Oh, the stunts.
Mine was the cheerleaders.
The cheerleaders too?
My favorite part was JP.
You like the drums? What was your favorite part about the drums?
Sometimes I like when they're loud.
After going to the middle, grade, and primary schools, the rest of the students came down to the stadium to participate in the homecoming relays. Blaze Parson and Cole Cusick won the homecoming relays in a tiebreaker, and the senior class won the class relays, allowing them to win the competition for MVC points. The current MVC points stand with seniors in the lead at 85 points, freshmen close behind in second with 75, juniors in third with 65, and last the sophomores trailing the pack with 50 points. Later that evening, Aiden Travis and Blaze Parson were crowned the homecoming king and queen, ending the ceremony with a traditional kiss. Austin Funnelsdale, KCAT News.
Fall musical auditions are complete, and the cast and crew are just beginning to get things underway for the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
This year's fall musical is November 16th, 17th, and 18th at 7:30. The cast and tech crew are hard at work and are now getting things underway.
What made me want to be in the musical is the fact that I enjoy acting, and I think it's a fun way to express acting, and I just enjoy it.
I wanted to be in the musical because I had a family there. It was really a safe place to come. I've always loved theater, and that was always something that I always wanted to do. And so going there, doing something that you love, and also making friends through it is a really fun time.
I just really like the community that does thespians in the musical, and I really like being in the musical and play because it's super fun, and I like acting and stuff like that.
My character is the youngest character out of all of them. She's 10. She has 2 gay dads, and she has a lisp. So my character is very interesting. She also has very strong opinions.
My character is a very fun, excited character. He's got ADHD, so it's kind of fun to just mess around with him.
I play 2 different characters. One of my characters is a very loving mother, but only in her daughter's fantasy. And then my other character she's the sister of one of the characters in the show, and she also helps lead up to a very funny point in the show. And just come if you want to have a good laugh. It's really fun.
So Mr. Mitchell and Mrs. Jansen and cast and crew are hard at work. We look forward to seeing the final product. Bryn Cole, KCAT News.
Okay, thanks, Bryn. Can't wait for November to get here. With all the attention surrounding professional athletes and the national anthem, this week, Gabe Daniel will take a look at some of our students' reactions and also recap homecoming scores.
Thanks, Emily. The soccer team was in action on Thursday, September 21st, hosting El Dorado, but they fell short 4-1. Then on Thursday, they hosted Circle, unable to overcome the Thunderbirds, losing 10-1. The girls' golf team played 9 holes on September 26 at the links at Pretty Prairie. Mulvane placed 4th out of 9, with Morgan Dial placing 9th and Morgan Mitchell placing 10th. Morgan Dial shot a 50 and Morgan Mitchell shot a 51. Maddie Ewing shot a 59, Shara Herman shot a 60, Taylor Ingram shot a 62, and Bree Mitchell shot a 75. The volleyball team played in a tournament in Douglas on Saturday, September 23rd. They were able to defeat Bluestem, Remington, and Winfield 2-0, but they lost to Augusta and Garden Plain 2-0. Then they traveled to Rose Hill on Tuesday, September 26th, but they lost to the Rockets 2-0, and then they lost to Winfield 2-1. The cross-country team had a meet in Goddard on Thursday, September 21st. On the girls' side, Josie Russell placed 15th with a time of 24 minutes, 20 seconds. Katie Hayes placed 16th with a time of 24 minutes, 50 seconds. Maddie Jacobs placed 30th with a time of 26 minutes, 52 seconds. And Carson Nolan placed 31st with a time of 26 minutes, 54 seconds. Then on the boys' side, Ryan Roderick placed 16th overall with a time of 19 minutes, 29 seconds. Kyle Jones was in 33rd place with a time of 20 minutes, 59 seconds. Nash Brill placed 45th with a time of 21 minutes, 37 seconds. Tyler Fox was in 51st place with a time of 22 minutes. Robbie Brown in 53rd with a time of 22 minutes, 6 seconds. And not too far behind was John Thorson with a time of 22 minutes, 14 seconds. On Friday, September 22nd, the varsity football team hosted the Collegiate Spartans on homecoming night, defeating Collegiate 35-19. The Cats had a rally from behind, 12 points, as they were looking to carry on this momentum into tonight's game as they travel to May South to play the Mavericks. Kickoff starts at 7 p.m. With professional sports and the anthem being a hot topic, we sat down with a few students to get their reactions.
I feel that they have the right to choose as they do so, but my own personal opinion is I myself would stand and show respect for our country.
I think that the protest, what they're doing is okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but I feel like just the fact that they're kneeling at games is getting lost in what they're actually protesting.
I think only military veterans should be able to kneel for the flag because they're the only ones that have fought for our country, and everybody else should stand because they should respect the flag and those who have fought for us.
I believe they have a constitutional right to do this, and even Army vets have came out and said that they have a constitutional right to do this. But from a fan, a person that is part of a member of our society, I wish that the NFL as a whole would come in and say this is what they expect our players to do and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, for the national anthem to honor our country and the military people that have sacrificed their lives.
I think that the NFL players have a right to protest, but yet again, everyone watches the NFL, so stand, because you're a role model to little kids and stuff, and they're seeing you take a knee or doing that stuff, and they're like, why are they doing that? And then it's just not good for our country. And
decisions should be left up to the NFL owners. The NFL players are their employees, and as the employer, I think that they should decide whether kneeling is okay or isn't okay.
That's all I have. Gabe Daniel, KCAT News.
This ends this week's episode of KCAT News, and as always, thanks for watching KCAT.